In the last lesson, we learned about unconditional multi-table inserts. In this one, we are gonna learn the conditional multi-table inserts. So now you would think that we could have also added the where clause in our select query in the insert statement. However, we can add multiple conditions in the conditional multi-table insert and again do a lot of more logic in one go. So for the purpose of our example, we're gonna be archiving our employees which have been hired in the year 2004, 2005. In our third table, we're gonna insert those that have been hired in the year 2004, 5, or 6, and in our fourth, all of the other years. So let's create those tables, and let's just check that they are indeed empty, right? So our conditional multi-table insert statement looks as following. It starts the same as insert all, but now the all keyword is optional. So it could look like as such without the all keyword, followed by the condition on which the insert is going to be performed. So each row that is from the query is going to be checked if it meets up the condition, and if yes, then it will be inserted. So in our first when clause, a row is going to be inserted when the hire date from our query, the year, is going to be as 2004. And then we're going to insert the data into our EMP 2004 table. And again, the same principles go as with the unconditional multi-table insert. We are specifying the columns of the table that we're inserting to and the values that come from our query, right? Or of course, we could add also expressions over here as with a regular insert. The second one does completely the same thing, only checks if the hire date was in year 2005. The third checks if the hire date was in any of the years of 2004, 2005, or 2006, and then inserts into appropriate table. And finally, the else statement, when none of those when clauses are met, we're going to insert the data from our query into the EMP other table, and again, the values that come from that query. Notice again that over here I didn't specify the columns of the table that we are inserting to, as the columns and its data types match the ones that come from our query, right? So let's execute our conditional multi-table insert, and 144 rows have been inserted. Now let's check the data. In our EMP 2004 table, we have indeed correct data, as only the employees that have been hired in 2004 are present. In our 2005 table, only the employees hired in 2005 are present. Now if we check the third table, we're gonna find all of the employees that have been hired in 2004, 5, or 6, right? So now also the records that are present in our first and second table are going to be present also in our third table, but with the addition of the employees that have been hired in the year 2006. And lastly, the EMP other table has all of the other employees which have not been hired in year 2004, 5, or 6, right? Very nice. For the purpose of our next example, I'm going to do a rollback. So our tables are going to be empty. Let's just check them. As we can see, they are indeed empty. And now I'm going to change my insert statement from all to first. Now the keyword first signifies once when we have a match in our when clauses, it's going to insert only to that table, and it's not going to look into other when clauses or the else clause, and it's going to continue to next row. So if we start from the employee 101, and if it finds that employee is hired in 2004, it's just going to insert into that table, and it's going to ignore all of the other when or else clauses. So our employee is not going to also end in the EMP 2004 or 2005 or 2006 table, right? And again, if it doesn't find a match in our when clauses, it's going to go into the else clause and insert into the EMP other table, right? So let's execute this statement and let's check the data. Now we can see we have 106 rows inserted, which signifies that there are no duplicates from first two tables that would match in our third table. Let's check the data. So in our first table, there are only employees hired in 2004, which is correct. In 2005, only those that are in 2005. And in our third table, there should be present only those that have been hired in year 2006, as for each met when clause, the data has been already inserted in our first tables. So let's check it, and we can see we have only the data for the employees which have been hired in year 2006. And of course, in our fourth table, there are other employees which have been hired in some other year. Now we learned how can this be useful to populate multiple tables for different purposes, for archiving, for some reports, and so on. This is it for this one, and see you in the next one.